the paddock with driver Dave Miller. Thank you so much for taking the time on a rainy night here at Pocono to do an interview with us.
Oh, sure, anytime.
So you were born, raised, and did a majority of your driving early in your career in Ohio. Tell us how you got involved in the sport.
Well, my family was in it. My dad, my uncles, pretty much everybody in my family was in the horses. So right from the start, I was around them.
So there was never any doubt as to what you were going to do? Did you ever think maybe I'll go do this or that? Or you knew from the start it was going to be harness racing?
Yeah, pretty much. I knew right away that I wanted to drive, and I started at a young age. I drove my first race at 12, and like I said, I've been around horses my whole life. When I got out of school, I started driving and training and never stopped.
Was that your first job?
Yes. Yeah, that's been my only job.
And when did you decide to make the move east?
Well, in the winter of '99, I was racing at Northfield Park, and a friend of mine was coming out to the Meadowlands. He was bringing out a half a dozen horses and wanted to know if I wanted to go along to drive, so that's how I got out here.
I guess, so you used to train, now you're strictly driving.
Yeah, I never had a big stable. I mean, like 10 to 15 was the most I ever trained, and I kind of got away from that in the late '90s and just drove, and then I came out here.
1999, it seems like your career as a driver really did blossom. Kind of looking through your history, you've been in the top 5 drivers in the United States since '99. Is there anything that you really attribute that to?
Definitely just moving out east. I got to drive some really good horses, and they make a lot of money, and it makes me look good.
Throughout your career, you've captured driving titles at a number of different tracks: Garden State, Meadowlands, Freehold. Was there any memorable wins that you had over the years?
Well, I mean, like Magician, who is probably one of my favorite horses I ever raced. He won the $1 million Breeders' Crown Trot. That's probably, it was a big thrill. I mean, it was $1 million race, and it was my first Breeders' Crown, and that one stuck out pretty good.
With all the tracks you've been at, do you have a favorite or even a preference with the 5/8 or a half or a mile track?
Well, I call Meadowlands, home. I raced there for about the last 10, 11 years, and I love the place. And the mile track racing, you have more of a shot, I believe, with the post and the race. Basically the race. You got more of a shot with the bigger track.
What state are you living at now? Where are you calling home?
I still live in New Jersey. I live in Cream Ridge, New Jersey. It's central Jersey, close to Six Flags.
So I know you're at the Meadowlands a lot, Chester, Pocono. What do you like about coming to Pocono?
Well, I tell you what, you can't beat this place. I mean, as far as the track goes, it's a perfect track. And, it's just the atmosphere. I mean, this is one of the last few tracks you can go to where there's still trees on the back stretch, and you see the mountains. I mean, to me, that's very nice.
So putting a lot of miles on the car, I can imagine traveling. What is your routine like? I mean, I know during stakes season you're probably all over the place, but on an average race day, what's your schedule?
Well, I would say from probably about middle of May till the end of August. It's pretty busy, You're trying to do a lot of things and be a lot of different places, baby races and racing. But I've been doing the double headers here for about the last 2 or 3 months. I go to Chester in the afternoon, then go to the Meadowlands at night.
So when you come to a track, are you looking through the program? Are you talking to the trainer? Exactly, how does that go down the night of?
Yeah, I'll get there and go over the program, and it's like I said, to see if the horse is in the same class, if he's up a class, down a class. If I've driven the horse before, I got a very bad memory. I've driven horses months ago and get up on them, and it seems like it's the first time. It feels like the first time I've sit behind them.
That's not a bad thing, though, because then if you have a bad night, you could erase it, and then you just keep moving forward there.
For sure. That's one plus about it.
In 2003, you won the Pacing Triple Crown with no pan intended. That had to be quite an experience. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, he actually was like a fairy tale. I drove him in May at the Meadowlands. I think he was in non-winners of 2. And he won the Triple Crown that year. I mean, that was quite a surprise, and he was such a thrill. And I remember the night. I always had a lot of confidence in the horse, and drove him very confident. And I remember the night at the Meadows was the last leg of the Triple Crown, the Messenger, and When they called 1 minute, I was feeling feeling a lot of butterflies.
Do you still get nervous heading into big races?
No, I've gotten a lot better. You know, I still there's still a few races I'm desperately trying to win, and you know, when I got a shot, yeah, I still feel a little you know, butterflies, anxiety.
What are those races that you're still looking to win? The ones that you still want to accomplish those goals?
Well, I'd still love to win the Hamiltonian and the Meadowlands Pace, North American Cup. Those are like the 3 races that I would love to win still.
So we recently interviewed your cousin Brett. What is it like racing against family? We asked him this question. You know, is it any different? Do you kind of leave all the personal stuff at the door?
Well, with Brett, I mean, I've raced with my uncles and my cousins, you know, but Brett, he's a little special, you know. I watched him grow up and watched him start driving, and I'm very proud of him. He's done a great job. I think he does a super job driving horses, and it's just something that I'm very happy for him when he does good.
Is there anyone in your family that could be following in your footsteps?
Well, my daughter, she drives some. She's back in Ohio racing and still kind of learning her ways, but right now there's nothing I got. We'll have to wait till Brett's boys start racing.
Let's hear about these family colors, the purple and the gold and the white. I'm assuming they're family colors. How'd you come up with your design?
Yep, these were my dad's. He drove pretty much through the 50s and 60s and stopped in the 70s, and my uncle, he wore them for a while, and then when I started driving, I wore them in.
So Dave, I was going to ask you a couple questions just to find out about you that don't have anything to do with harness racing. So I'm just going to start firing away in our lightning round. What is your favorite food?
Well, I'm kind of a meat and potato type guy, you know. I'm not I like all types of food. I love Italian and you know, fish and stuff like that, but I still like the steak and potatoes.
So as far as dessert goes, do you have a favorite dessert or a favorite ice cream flavor?
I've just not too much I won't turn away, but I'd have to say just plain old chocolate's still my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good solid answer right there. What about a TV show? What TV show do you hate to miss?
Well, I was a big Seinfeld fan for a long time, and then I got on to 2.5 Men.
Or what about any pets? Do you have any pets at home?
Oh yeah, we got we got 4 dogs. We have 4 Dachshunds. They live in a house there. Then we have 2 donkeys, miniature donkeys, and we got a riding horse.
Oh man, you really do have something and everything. What about hobbies? Do you have any hobbies outside racing or any sports you follow?
Not really. I pretty much do horses 24/7. You know, not much of a life. You know, when I do got some spare time, I spend it mostly at home with my wife and kids, and just kind of take it easy. But me and my wife will train a horse or 2 in the wintertime when I got a little downtime. But that's pretty much what I do.
Do you guys have a dream vacation destination, a place that you guys would like to travel to?
Well, we've been on quite a few vacations, and you know, they're nice. They're nice to get away, but I don't know. About 3 days is all I can take. I usually want to get back. I mean, you know, that's kind of what drives me, and I like to race.
And you have all those pets to get home and take care of too.
Yeah.
What about your first car? What kind of car did you drive when you first turned 16?
I think it was a manure truck. It was a beat up Impala 4-door gas hog type thing, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool. What kind of color was this car?
Brown.
Nice. Oh, nice. And on a more serious note, any mentors or idols, anybody you kind of look up to in the business?
Well, in the beginning, I always looked up to my uncle. I grew up with him. We kind of started driving together, and he did very well. And I kind of looked up to him and kind of patterned my driving style after him. And then, you know, he's always been somebody I thought a lot of. I always thought a lot of John Campbell, and you know, I admire his accomplishments and stats over the years.
Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to do the interview tonight. We appreciate it. We hope to see you back here plenty throughout the season, and good luck the rest of the year.
Well, thank you so much.